Howdy, everybody. This is Jared Sterrett, and you're listening to KZCC LP 106.1 Conroe and KZCW LP 104.5 in Conroe and worldwide at ourlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday, August the 5th. A lot going on. This is back to school month. And of course, it's still hot and humid, and I don't really know what's good about August. It's just kind of wedged in between July and September, and it's just kind of there. It's known for back to school. But we're going to talk about back to school with my guest from Community Assistance Center, and then we're going to talk about the City of Conroe Transportation System, a new route that they have rolling out, and a ribbon cutting. But first, a few things. So speaking of back to school, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the tax-free weekend. And by the way, this is Margie Taylor, and the show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, 3303 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. So we are from downtown Conroe at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1. So tax-free weekend is August 9th through Sunday, August 11th, Fridays through Sunday, and that means that specific items, clothing, shoes, backpacks, I think. There's a whole list of things, and this has been going on for many, many years, but people look forward to it. It's actually crazier than Christmas time. As a parent, I spent more money at back to school time than I did at Christmas because these are have to have items. They're not optional. It's not I'd like to have. But there's school supplies, there's clothing and all of that. And we're going to talk with CAC about what they're doing to help families get what they need to be prepared and get students off on the right foot. This Saturday is the monthly artist reception from 5 to 8 at the Conroe Art League. The public is invited. It's a free event. Enjoy a glass of wine and other beverages. Sweet and savory snacks, 5 to 8 p.m., Conroe Art League. The Monty Awards are this Saturday as well, and they're at the Crichton Theater, and they are presented by the Greater Conroe Arts Alliance with the theme of Let's Bring Hollywood to Conroe. It's a formal dress-up event. You don't have to dress up to go, but it's open seating. Tickets are only $15, and every ticket helps to defray expenses for the theater groups, and those are Stage Right of Texas. They have the Players Theater Company and CYT Houston, and they put on great performances at both the Owen and the Crichton Theaters year-round. It's all volunteers, whether they're doing the acting or the lighting or the sets. And so they will have awards, kind of like the Tony Awards, and they have nominations for Best Director, Best Show, Best Overall Performance, Best Choreography, Best Lighting, and on and on. So again, that's $15, and it's at conroetheater.org. You will also hear music presented at the Monty Awards by the Jazz Connection Youth. Many of them attend Conroe High School. They were on the show last week, so they are going to be performing jazzy tunes. They also have a fundraiser this Friday to help defray costs, and that is at the North Montgomery County Community Center. And it's BYOB, but they serve you dinner. I think it's $25. It's a great deal, and it helps them out. So they're playing at the Monty Awards, and then they are also playing at the after party. Yes, there's an after party. However long it takes, it's kind of like the Academy Awards. You don't really know. But they will gather at the Owen Theater, and that is free. The public is encouraged to attend and applaud the great performances by all three theater groups. So with that, we're going to roll into CAC. And sitting here with me today, I have Kathy Rafat. She's the Director of Development, and Jennifer Huffine, Director of Operations. Welcome, ladies.
Hello there. Thanks for having us today.
Yes, and we are on Duck Patrol today. I love that. The dogs hate that. But it's all about ducks, but it's all about also, and that's fundraising to help defray costs, because you give a lot of services to the community, and you help the indigent, you help kids, you help elderly, you help a large amount of people. So what's going on right now, Jennifer, at CAC?
So right now our lobbies are packed full, and they have been. We've had people standing in line since 7:30 this morning.
Goodness.
Getting ready to get back to school supplies and clothes. We've had amazing partnerships within the community, including United Way of Greater Houston, to give kiddos new socks and undies, along with their school supplies and clothes. So we partner with the school districts in Montgomery County every year, all school districts. So families they're interested in participating. They'll go to their counselors, get a voucher, bring it up to CAC, and we will get them all taken care of. So we'll be doing that all week long. Today was our first day, and it only went till noon today. So we'll also be doing that Tuesday through Friday from 1 to 4. Come early, lots of stuff to get.
What do they get?
So they're going to get great backpacks, all different colors, all different sizes. We've had some really great prints with sharks and
You've
dinosaurs.
had some great donations.
Absolutely. And all of the backpacks are stuffed with the most common supplies. So Kleenex, filler paper, pens, markers, pencils, lots of fun stuff. Kiddos get to pick out their own backpacks. So you see these little kids through the shop and they have these great smiles on their faces. They put their backpacks on and they're running through the hallway. It's amazing. Parents are going to get to pick out 3 outfits for those kiddos of clothing. They'll get shoes, belt, and then they can even take that same voucher and come back during the winter months to get a free coat. So
That's
yeah,
nice. How many
absolutely.
families do you think you're serving? Any
Hard to
idea?
Well, within the next 6 days, I think that we'll see about 1,000 kiddos come through. Yeah.
Yes. And then also you work with, you partner with Assistance League too, don't you, on some of this, or do you not? I don't know.
I know that Assistance League also offers some services similar to that. I don't know the specifics on
Okay, but
that.
you don't partner with them necessarily. They're just another organization that helps. So you do this year round, not the back to school, but helping families out with specific needs. And I thought it was interesting that you said they can choose the backpack they want, which makes them feel good about themselves. It make them feel confidence and empowerment, and it's on the way to a successful school year. But you also do that with your client choice pantry. They get to choose what they want. So a lot of similarities there.
Absolutely. So throughout the whole year, with our client choice food pantry, I won't talk about it too much because I have a little bit to talk about for Saturday. But folks can come through, of course, every 30 days to our client choice food pantry. They can make their own selections. That way, we help reduce waste with our food, and then also families can, decide what the healthy options for their families are. But healthy options and foods for the family, or food for the families, this Saturday is the extension and the last day of our back to school supply distribution. So a little bit different. That's going to take place at CAC. It'll be from 9 to noon. Again, come early. We're going to have backpacks, school supplies, clothes, and then we also have a young lady who is going to be coming to do free haircuts for
Nice.
kiddos. Absolutely.
She's going to be busy.
She's going to be very busy.
Very busy, yes.
Lots of smiling faces. And they're also going to do some face painting and just
cool.
some fun stuff. And they'll also be able to pick up something similar to our summer stock program, which was kid-friendly food and snacks for the kiddos. So lots of stuff to pick up and get excited about this week.
So
and
could
this
you
weekend.
would you need another hairstylist to help you if possible? If somebody was interested and wanted to do that, should they call
Well,
you?
I think we're
you're
all
good?
set for this year, but
Okay.
we're hoping this will be the first year that we've done that. And so we'd love to look at expanding that
Sure.
next year and grow, and was kind of trying it out, see how it
Yeah,
goes this
no,
year.
it sounds
So-
great. I mean, they all need a haircut before they get ready for school.
Well, and I just wanted
girls
to
and guys alike.
plug in, we have had some amazing support in donations, in-kind donations and financial donations for the Back to School program. The Campaign for Change through Strike out of the headquarters office in the Woodlands donated, I think, over 400 backpacks.
Wow.
Brand new, beautiful backpacks. Some of the ones that are,
I just saw
super
photos
popular.
of that.
Yeah, we've got lots of photos. We'll be posting those on Facebook, and we're really, really fortunate to have that support. Wiesner Automotive, or Buick GMC, sorry, Wiesner Buick GMC, they donated a huge amount of in-kind for school supplies and financial donations for us to kind of fill in with purchases of other items that we were running low on as we get later in the
That's
week.
so important to have that community support.
Yes, yes.
We definitely couldn't do it without them. We have more and more families that come through every single year, so.
And then organizing it all in that main room that you have, the conference room.
Yeah,
Is
they-
quite a chore in
They
itself,
set up
isn't
that.
it?
It's a pretty good sized conference room in the center of our building, and our amazing staff. We had Amber and Renee were leading this project, and they essentially set up a pop up shop. It's a whole nother store in there, and it looks fantastic. Another local company that that was a huge contributor to or donated of the in-kind items is Hempel. So, and we had many more to list. I mean, I could go on forever, but we are still going to, I mean, we've had such a great response. As Jennifer said, we were working through the school counselors of all the school districts throughout all of Montgomery County. And so we didn't require an RSVP. They have to have the voucher from their counselor. So we didn't know exactly how many to expect just based on what we did last year. We had a huge response this morning. So we're definitely going to be taking new and gently used clothing and shoes. Shoes is a biggie, and as well as school supplies and the whole everything throughout the week. So if anybody's interested, and they can just drop off their donations anytime between 8:30 and 4 this week, or they can give us a call.
Well, that sounds terrific. Yeah. Is there any other thing that y'all are lacking as far as back to school?
I don't think so. We've got great volunteers. We've got lots of supplies. Kathy mentioned, I mentioned, always need new shoes for kiddos, new socks and undies. That's something that, we take for granted, and those kiddos come in and they may get gently used clothes and new shoes or used shoes, but they get that, that brand new package.
Is that from United Way, the socks and undies?
We do partner with United Way with that, but we also, we have other independent partners that assist us with that. So
Great. And again, you did mention, so this is East County, Montgomery, Willis, Conroe, anywhere they live. I mean, there's some coming from the Woodlands, South County, Montgomery, Magnolia,
If it's
all
in
over.
Montgomery County, they're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming. And
In
we welcome
person.
them. Yes, absolutely. And we welcome them.
In force. So another thing that you do to supplement the back to school and other programs is the duck race.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's the 12th annual, duck race
this year.
So, and it's so much fun because it's yellow rubber ducks. It's not complicated. It's a yellow rubber duck. And
It is fun.
it's a family-oriented, affordable fundraiser.
We brought a bunch of ducks to really get us
Yes, and this is my favorite part.
get us going today.
I love that. So, yes, it's all about the ducks, and
Yes.
it's duck time.
It is duck time. So our event, like you said, is the 12th annual duck race. For many years, they held it on the 4th of July in conjunction with the holiday. And last year was our first year to move it to have it kind of be the spotlight for our own event. And it was a huge success. We did it in the end of August last year. So we're repeating that. This year, it's going to be on Saturday, August 24th in the evening from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And it is at the Rob Fleming Aquatic Center in the village of Creekside Park in the Woodlands, south of the Woodlands there. And it is a beautiful facility that through the Woodlands Township. Woodlands Township is a sponsor this year for the facility, so we're very pleased with that. We have our presenting sponsor is Praxair. We have we're expecting many families. It's really age appropriate for families with very young children, and to individuals, to couples.
It just
to
puts a
seniors,
smile on your face.
Yeah, like it's fun for everybody
Yes.
to just be there and get in on that. So
And watch the
essentially,
ducks.
it's free and open to the public, but we are hoping that everybody who attends at least adopts ducks. So we have the two fundraising components for this event are sponsorships, of course, and we have adopting ducks. So when I say it's really like purchasing ducks, the concept is similar to a drawing, if you will, where you purchase a duck for $5, or we do have packets for 6 or 13 or 25, and the more ducks you get, you get a few little perks, a few free ducks with the bigger packages. The duck adoptions, that basically you are sponsoring a duck, and each duck is going to have a specific number on the bottom of them. We have 5,000 yellow rubber duckies that are in the race. So during the event, it's a 2-hour event, and everybody can swim. It's a free open swim party, and we have activities.
But not with the ducks.
Activity booths, no, not with
Okay,
the ducks.
not with the ducks.
Activity booths. And you can swim the whole time except for while the ducks are racing. So how it works is we have all 5,000 rubber ducks, and we shoot them down the slide, the tube slide, and into the lazy river. And they float around the lazy river, which is the racetrack. And we have a special trap that will take one duck at a time only, and all the ducks come to the end, one duck at a time. So we're planning to have 10 prizes, and so the first 9 ducks that come through the trap will win a prize, and then the very, very last duck coming through the race will get the last prize. So, but there'll be activities, family friendly, just a lot of fun. And so we're hoping to have a whole bunch of people come out. You can adopt ducks. Sponsorships are still available as well. People can contact me. My email address is kathy@cac-mctx.org. But you can adopt ducks online, or if you'd prefer to do it with cash or check, you certainly, we've got options for that as well. But the website for the event that you can adopt your ducks on is duckrace.com/The Woodlands. And you can just hop on there and boom,
It's
boom.
easy.
Yeah, and so all the numbers that are assigned to each individual duck are assigned randomly. And so you could adopt a duck in May, or you could adopt a duck 5 minutes right before the race starts at the event, and everybody has the same chance because they're just random assigned numbers. So everybody has the same chance to win. So it's really quite fun. So we do have some volunteer opportunities as well, and like I said, sponsorships available, and we got
But they need to hurry.
They need to hurry. Yep, and adopt your ducks out now. We're going to do most of the duck adoptions really start this month, and so we've got a bunch of ducks to adopt out.
So they can do $5 a duck. They can do 25 for a quack pack. They can do a flock for 50. But I suggest they do the $100 and get 28. Their chances are greater of winning, and you have some great prizes already, don't you?
Yes, we do. So the grand prize is a $1,000 Visa gift card, and we have an Apple TV device, and we have 2 Apple Watches, Nike Sport Apple Watches, and we have some sterling silver diamond stud earrings, and we have a giant inflatable rubber duck raft.
Bigger than that one, right?
Oh yeah, like a huge,
Like big,
yeah, like several
big.
people on it. Yeah, so that'll be
Like take
that'll
it
be
to the
super
lake.
fun. Yeah, that's right. We have gift cards from some of the restaurants in Montgomery County. We have Berry Hill, Kirby's. We have a gift certificate for the Woodlands Resort, a one-night stay, and so we just have a lot of really good fun stuff.
Just fun, but it's
and
just
really,
fun,
it's just
and
a
it
fun
feels good.
community event. It's bringing people together, and it's an opportunity also for us to really spread the word about what we do. And I'll maybe turn it back over to Jennifer for a little bit. But the reason that we do this, the reason that we even raise money for all the services that we do, we provide basic needs assistance for people that are experiencing maybe just a short-term financial crisis. Anything can happen. People, things can happen to anybody at any time, right?
Absolutely.
And put them in a hard place. And so we are able to assist people through that short-term crisis, but we also have a case management services, and we're really focused when we have people who have crisis maybe month after month, or just recurring long-term, and maybe it's just kind of like a generational poverty situation, and people just don't know that they have resources available
They
to
need
them.
education.
And or they just have never had anybody who really offer that to them. And then that's where we step in, and we're really focusing on long-term solutions, and we're really everything we do is trying to get people into
A better place.
a better place and self-sufficiency. But I mean, we have so many different programs that we do, and everything that we raise for this event and all of our fundraising events, and just regular donations throughout the year, support that. They're supporting neighbors that need
It's
our help.
ongoing, and you're always needing assistance as far as funding to supplement the over half million people, residences that may or may not need you. Because again, you serve the whole county. You serve the whole county and have been around since the 80s, serving with whether it's food or assistance for transportation or electricity or anything. And you have a Hands Up program to move them into self-sufficiency, like you were speaking of, Kathy. Yes. So lots of programs.
And what better way to help your neighbors in need than to adopt a duck and
That's
go
right.
watch 5,000
It's
yellow
so
rubber
much
ducks race around the
fun.
track.
And you have a video that people can watch and
Yes,
see
it's
how
on-
it
it's on the
actually,
website.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some pictures and all the event information. If you're like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Of course, anybody can certainly contact me. I'm more than happy to visit.
And I'm
about it.
sure
who
anybody-
knows me knows that I'm not afraid to visit about
And
the
you
duck
will
race. So I'm
always,
real
wherever
excited.
they see you in the next so many days, this month, you will be ready with something to help them adopt a duck, I'm sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
myself, or
Yes.
any of y'all.
Well, we like to wear, duck necklaces. We carry around little, old
Duck hats,
yes,
Jennifer.
little duck
Duck
sidekicks.
memorabilia.
Yes.
So do you have a race coming up, Jennifer, that you can wear the duck hat?
Potentially.
You do in August?
Potentially.
Ew.
We'll see. We'll see. I
sounds
did
like a
want
hot
to add
mess.
just one other thing too. So not only just does Kathy like to go talk about ducks, but I love going to visit with any organization to talk about the services that we offer. And, although we've been around since 1981, not everyone knows everything that we do and how we're trying to support the community. So,
And
love to
several
do
name
that.
changes.
Absolutely. But we have the best one now. So
Yes,
it's the best
you do.
one now.
You do.
Website offers tons of information about the services and the duck race. But we're always available to come and talk to folks and just give
That's
them.
good to know.
Absolutely.
Because again, you have ongoing programs. This isn't just a seasonal back to school. It's all the time. I know you supplied a summer feeding program, like you were mentioning, to help people because the kids don't get to eat when they're not in school, and a lot of them need that. But you also have programs for seniors. You have just a lot. You have a resale shop. And people could donate to you, or they can get picked up, right?
That's right. We do have a box truck, and we do furniture pickups twice a week. And you just give us a call, and we'll come
Set
schedule.
it up.
We pick up anywhere in Montgomery County.
Montgomery County.
So
Just
that
add
in
that in.
itself really is a service. People that are moving or trying to get new furniture, and what am I going to do with this?
And it's a
actually,
tax
they're-
write-off.
They're very excited about the fact that we can come for free and pick that up, and then they donate it, and it works out. It's a win-win.
It works great. Yeah. So tell me a little bit, we have just a couple minutes here. Tell me about some of the things that go on with your sponsors to raise money for the ducks.
Well, our presenting sponsor, Praxair, they have an internal fundraiser that promotes duck sales amongst their staff, amongst their employees. They bring in, they do a lunch, and their staff can purchase a lunch ticket as part of the fundraiser. Then they have,
And there's a lot of
they have
excitement
drawings,
behind
they
it.
have, yes, they're a huge participation.
Very
They had-
motivating.
Yeah, they invited us over, and we got a chance to tell any of the employees that maybe, I mean, they've been doing this for years, so many of them are very well versed in our organization and the services we provide. But some of them that might be new to to their company, we'd tell them what we're doing and updates on all the services that we're providing. But they have a beautiful raffle and silent auction.
They have a
and all
duck suit
lunch
too, don't
together,
they?
And
Don't they dress up as a duck too?
well,
Or they don't?
they didn't dress up as a duck, but we have a duck that
they used to
does
have a duck
attend-
suit.
Okay, we have a duck that attends. Might be spotted here and there throughout the community.
Yeah.
Yes. But we did have a big 5-foot inflatable duck that was there. He was really representing.
So it's all about the ducks.
Yeah,
So if
so-
you happen to see a yellow rubber duck
Some of the
anywhere,
some of the other
pay
sponsors,
attention.
Wiesner and Buckaloo
Mm-hmm.
and Consolidated and Entergy are chiming in, and they're doing some internal promoting of the event to their employees and their customers and their employees' families and such. And so it's really, you can really make it super fun. And I mean, again, who doesn't like the concept
know,
of the
I know.
rubber duck? It's fun, right?
well, and Entergy has been a part of it for many years in some respect.
Entergy,
also.
yeah, they do tons for us.
Yeah, I mean, so many of them. Consolidated is always a partner too. There's a lot of them that do, but you have room for more, right? You have
Absolutely.
lots of room.
The more sponsors we get, the more revenue that we bring in, the more robust the services that we can provide.
That's a good word, robust.
Yeah.
And they can set up teams. Did we talk about teams?
Yeah.
Teams.
We should talk about the team.
Yeah.
Please set up a
Jennifer, you have a
team.
team.
Well, yes, but we have some folks in our office. Everybody has their own team, and they're extremely competitive.
I noticed
so
that.
We're gonna. I may not win, but you're gonna know that I was there.
That's
The
right.
competition itself is
Yes.
to who can sell the most ducks.
So if somebody
can-
goes on, they can pick which team.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. And anybody can set up a team. Anybody who wants to sell ducks can just contact me, and I'll have them set up with a team.
They can
in-
do their
in a
own team.
Minute and a half, I can boom. I just need they come up with a team name and a profile picture and how many ducks, the goal that they'd like to sell, 500 ducks or whatever. And so it tracks the progress leading up to their goal. And then anybody who adopts a duck, whether you have a team or not, you go on the website And for instance, you could go on, spend $100, get 28 ducks, and it'll ask you what team you like. You don't have to choose a team, but for instance, Jennifer would prefer that they would choose.
Her team.
What is your team name?
Huffine Quack Attack. You named it. You named it.
Ah.
for me. Yes. You named
Okay.
it.
name.
Does it have your picture?
It doesn't, but it should.
Okay.
It should.
Anyway,
Okay.
so we actually have duck trophies. They're little trophies with a back on top. First, second, and third place. One of our employees, Renee Blacklaws, actually won second place. Praxair won first place last year. Yes, so that's really quite fun. It's just another component of just trying to.
It's just a
promote
fun
the duck
event.
show.
I mean, it's not a
good.
dress-up gala or anything like that. It's ducks.
Yes, and then
it's unique.
Also at the event, I kind of mentioned briefly, but some of the sponsors are going to have activity booths that we'll have different activities and games and that sort of thing, and free giveaways, and just again another just festive component,
Family
to,
friendly.
yes, to the event.
Yeah, because it's all about, and it's free. So
And it's free.
come in there and watch it. And it's pretty exciting to see the ducks kind of waddle down the lazy river.
They go way faster than what you can imagine. If you think about 5,000 of, these little guys floating around a lazy river, I thought it was going to take forever, but they go very quickly,
And this was y'all's first time to see it last
Yes.
year,
It
right?
was, yeah, both of us.
And the kiddos are watching it, and
Yeah.
you'd think that they were like at an Astros game. I mean, they are just going crazy.
The sound is pretty incredible when they start coming
Right.
down. You can, because the slide, most of the slide is a tube, and so it's a 2-story slide, and they're dumping them down, and they just release them, and they all come in. They're rumbling, and
That's the fun part when they're
and they
all
come
released.
swoosh. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so fun.
it is cool.
Yeah, it's
Watch
great.
the video; it's great.
And you might get wet, you may not. Always need volunteers to help in the water.
That's
but,
right. That's right.
help. Don't touch the ducks, but just be there for them.
Right.
have
To
be-
escort.
You don't
Yes,
get to
they
take
have
your
to be
duck home that
guided.
you've
Yeah.
adopted, but you do get to cheer it on.
Yes.
I've got a good friend of mine. She said, "Well, I want to decorate my ducks. I want to put costumes on them." I'm like, yeah, okay. She wants to do one like Elvis, and I don't know. It's like just
So you have some now with the logo on there. Those aren't the ones you got from the duck people.
Right.
But these are your own ducks.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
you also have merchandise that you give away, sell, or something like
yeah,
that.
to
too.
our sponsors and the people that are interested in putting together those duck promotion events within.
Yeah,
their
so if you want to
companies.
do that, they need to talk to you.
That's exactly right.
I mean, they too can have a duck necklace.
Yes,
Or a
these
duck
little
quacker.
guys
Or a
and-
bigger duck.
Yes,
Or a duck
hats, and
hat.
We even got sunglasses. We got all kinds of fun stuff.
That's so cool. Okay, anything else you want to add, Jennifer, that we haven't talked about?
I don't think so.
Well, we can do. How about you do the contact information? How does somebody contact you for services?
Phone number,
Contact Margie Taylor. No.
probably.
You can contact me at the office. My email address is jhuffine, last name HUFFINE @cac-mctx.org. But I always give you my personal line also. Easier to contact me, 936-494-4411. We are there Monday through Friday. Closed to the public on Mondays, but from 8 to 5. So
Unless you're redeeming a back-to-school voucher.
unless you are redeeming a back-to-school voucher, and those dates and times are very specific. So again,
Right.
that's only this week.
Right.
Tuesday through Friday is from 1 to 4. Saturday, come see us from 9 to 11. 9 to noon. 9 to noon.
And anyone interested that isn't familiar with our organization and the services we provide, also there's a lot of great information on our website, which when we did our rebrand to change our name to Community Assistance Center in January of this year, we rolled a new website as well, and that's cac-mctx.org. A lot of program information, a calendar of events, and again, the contact number to schedule an appointment or to volunteer.
It used to be called Montgomery County Emergency Assistance, and a lot of people may know it by that name. And then it was Crisis Assistance Center. But community really well defines who you are, who you serve, and what you do, helping the community in times of need.
That's it.
So cac-mctx.org. You can find everything we've talked about there. Go on their Facebook page, Community Assistance Center. You'll see the little logo. It's kind of like a heart, red, white, and blue. Very patriotic, just like the ducks. So that's all we have with CAC, and we'll be right back in a few moments. I'm Margie Taylor, and this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line, 936-647-3776, or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Hello, everyone. We are back again. I'm Margie Taylor. This is Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe Culture News, and we are in downtown Conroe, FM 104.5, 106.1, and this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic. So in the second session today, on August 5th, 2019, we talked about back to school and CAC, and now we're moving right into City Conroe transportation going on with Shawn Holmes and DeAndre Gwen. I knew that. Sorry. And so they've started, you may or may not have noticed that there's different bus routes that have been going on, and they now even do a park and ride that goes into Houston. So Shawn and DeAndre are going to tell us a little bit about that and a special activity and a ribbon cutting ceremony and what that means and how it's helping the community. So, Shawn, why don't you start us off and tell us a little bit about where it started, what's going on?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us here. We love coming on your show. So the Conroe Connection program started operations in 2015. We currently have 4 fixed routes.
Correct.
And so that's the local bus you'll see around. It's not the typical big city bus, but it's kind of a cutaway, almost like a large van. It has a green wrap on it, and it's like a pine tree. It says Conroe Connection.
Kind of like the city of Conroe logo-ish, kind of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so those buses have been, like I said, in operation for a while now. We serve, our whole point is to serve portions of Conroe that are disconnected from accessing employment, medical service, and shopping needs. So the hub of our program is on First Street. That's where all of our buses meet up at the top of the hour. From there, they branch out in 4 different directions. Most of our routes are 1-hour headways, which means at the same time every hour that bus will be there. We operate Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the newer routes that we recently expanded last year operate every other hour. The reason for that is because we had a budget issue. So the question was, if you could purchase this route that serves, Tri-County area, FM 2854, the high school, Aldi, or if you had a route that went over to the college on 3083, which would you purchase? Each of those routes are $1. We only have $1. How do I do this, public? What do you want to see? So the public came back and said, we want half of this one and half of that.
Makes sense.
And so that's how we started it. And it's holding its own. We absolutely want to improve that. That's probably our very next function on the fixed route, is to decrease that 2-hour headway to 1 hour. And then, we also launched a commuter service in April. So
that's big.
That is huge.
That's big. Having worked in downtown Houston before, I know that's big. And the medical center, right? Don't you go to the medical center?
Yeah.
That is correct.
I'll have DeAndre describe a little bit of the park and ride service area.
So our commuter service started on April the 1st. It operates Monday through Friday. And there are 3 buses that leaves the Conroe Park and Ride, which is located right up under 45. Correct. Underneath.
In
right up
hidden
under.
area.
It is hidden, but you know what? It's nice and shady, so you can keep your car cool while you travel. So it's directly across from the Montgomery County Library. And 3 buses leave out currently, one at 5 a.m., one at 5:30 a.m., and another one at 6:30 a.m. So the cost to use the service is $8 one way. If you are a person with disability, a senior citizen, or a student, that is half fare. So it'll be $4.
To go all the way into Houston?
All the way into Houston.
That's a deal.
Yeah, I got better news for you.
Yeah?
So if you're a veteran or if you're over the age of 60, you ride completely free. So there's an application.
I'm almost there.
No, not for you, for the general public, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it'll be completely free if you're over 70 or a veteran.
Wow.
So that's great.
That is good.
That is good. There's several stops. It takes you downtown Houston, obviously. The last stop is the VA hospital. We also have stops in Midtown. It covers HCC, also Rice University, and you can hit the Texas Medical Center, and they have a transit center there. So if you want to transfer from our park and ride to hit one of the local buses in Houston, you can get around the city.
That's huge.
It is major.
It really is. And I know you guys know firsthand more than anybody, transportation is a hindrance if you don't have it.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And you can't just ride a bike into Houston. It's just not even feasible. Hardly can ride a bike around Montgomery County.
Right.
I mean, really. And
Yes.
depending on weather conditions and so forth.
Correct.
So is it secure? Is your car secure when you park it there?
Your car is secure, and so we have officers over there periodically. It's a very safe area underneath. I'm over there several times a week. And if you do have a bike, you can actually put that underneath the coach and take it to Houston with you.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And so we have 3 routes coming out of Houston, or 3 buses coming out of Houston back to Conroe, and that's in the afternoon. So 4:30, 5:30, and 6 p.m.
Where they pick up at the,
So
the different
it's going to
various
start
locations.
Correct, various locations.
Okay.
It'll start at the VA hospital and work its way back through downtown Houston and to its final destination back to our Conroe Park and Ride lot.
That's big.
Yeah.
It is.
That's really big, Shawn, and I know you're excited about that.
Very much. And the success of everything that we've been able to take part of has to do with public feedback. It has to do with our residents and our commuters letting us know how to customize a service that best
Tailor it.
fits our needs here, right? Tailorize.
Just saying, every opportunity, just throw it in there.
So funny.
Yes. And so who are the people that ride the various things? So I know you might have a different demographic for those going into Houston than you do around town. Who's riding?
So as far as our fixed route, we have individuals going to grocery store, going to Walmart, to pick up items. We have individuals going to the Medical Center, Conroe Regional Hospital, or now HCA, the Lone Star Clinic. We have individuals going to work, various work opportunities out there, and even to DPS, the Health and Human Department, Texas Department of Health and Human Services.
People need services.
Yeah, so they're all over with the fixed route. The majority of our individuals using the commuter service down to Houston, we'll see a lot of individuals who are working in downtown Houston, of course, the veterans as well, and even individuals just going to visit family members. I mean, it's a very convenient service for anyone.
No, I think it's fabulous because we know how much it's needed. And I remember when you started this on a cold day in February 2015. I couldn't remember if it was 14 or 15. And where it was a cold day.
It was a very cold day.
So I remember we had
incredible
coats on.
turnout. I was just
It was
surprised.
huge to launch it and giving people rides
Yeah.
and all that. So do you periodically ride the buses to see what's going on
I'm on
and
the
get
bus all the
feedback?
time. It's very rewarding just to sit there and get feedback from individuals and just see how the service is benefiting everyone, everyone from the youth to our adults. So and people are able to actually get around town now. So
Yeah, and one thing where we just started today in terms of feedback is we have a fixed route survey available for our riders and also an ADA paratransit. We kind of skipped over that service. So the fixed route, we spoke about the local routes. It is assigned to various bus stops. It doesn't deviate. It keeps on that schedule. The complimentary ADA paratransit service is more of a shared ride door-to-door service for those applicants who are approved to use that service. These are individuals who are unable for various disabilities to access and use the fixed route service on their own independently. That service operates almost a mile outside of the fixed route and all the interior streets and so on. So it's much more of a comprehensive service. Typically, we see a lot of elderly people use this service or individuals that may need to get back and forth to dialysis, that type of thing. So what we're doing right now, we do this every year. We just started today. So if you go to conroeconnection.org, you will see a link for our this year's Survey Monkey. And we are wanting our riders to let us know how we're doing, let us know what they're observing, places they would like to go in the future. Their feedback is very valuable to us. We ask riders about their access to the service, how often they use it, their satisfaction with the service, and like I said, how we can make improvements and other demographics here in Conroe. So we are going to be doing this survey through next Friday, which is August 16th. And you can go online and submit it. Also, I think our drivers are going to have printed copies in English and Spanish.
that is correct.
And we're incentivizing our riders to complete the surveys on the vehicles because they will receive a free bus ticket. So
That's correct.
We're promoting that.
That's
This
cool.
is real important. We conduct this survey every year. And honestly, this becomes the holy grail of our future routes. It was from this type of survey that we knew it was important to follow Tri-County over on Sergeant Ed Holcomb and FM 2854. It was from the survey that we understood the relationship of our transit service being able to connect with a lot of millennials at Lone Star College on FM 3083. So we get a lot of good feedback, and one of the things that we often hear that we have not been able to work up to but would like to is maybe weekend service. You know, we operate Monday through Friday right now, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and also extended hours. So that's something we can work on in the future. If we were to roll anything out like that, it would probably be in a pilot program just so that we can gauge how responsive our community is. And believe it or not, our park and ride commuter service is technically a pilot program as well. I really don't see it going anywhere beyond the pilot just because it's become such a critical piece already in our community for mobility needs. So that's going on. And yes, we did touch on the park and ride. It is, you know, that program, it's just been amazing to partner with Metro. When you get to hang out with the big brother of your industry, like they really show you how it's done. DeAndre works more closely with them. I'm more in the administrative capacity, but we could not have partnered with a more professional industry standard, industry maker in terms of transit services and customer service.
That's
wouldn't
correct.
you say?
Yes, definitely.
I'll never forget the morning we started the commuter service. You know, it's April 1st and it wasn't a joke.
I know, right?
Like, no, this is happening. And these huge buses, I don't know if you've really seen a commuter bus up front. They are massive. And so they come into this under the freeway kind of spot. We got lights under there. I'm just standing there. These huge buses come in, and just this diversity. These drivers get off the bus, and Metro is actually training drivers while providing our service. And they're like, "Where are we? What's this? Welcome to Conroe."
Yeah, that's funny.
So it was really neat, but it has been quite a service, quite a transition. We're in the process of branding our buses right now. We've sent out many press releases, and it was actually on the cover of the Courier a couple weeks ago, kind of the image of our new buses, because that's really a moving billboard as you're going down
Absolutely.
Interstate 45. You know, DeAndre and I want other drivers on the road, first of all, to know it's Conroe. That was huge.
Right.
To know our partnership with HGAC, which we'll talk a little bit more about them at Metro. And then to also understand that that's a option for them. You know, the whole point is to remove some of these vehicles.
Affordable option.
Yes.
Yes.
Off of the road. So we're pretty excited about it. And so
Well, y'all have done a great job too. I mean, it's
Thank you.
really expanded. And I know, Shawn, you've taken this on as your baby, and then you've expanded your staff and brought in more people as it gets bigger, because no one person can handle every aspect.
Correct.
You know, but you are making great strides in the community that we live in. You really are. And it's very noticeable.
Well, thank you. Well, I have a lot of great support. You know, mayor and council are incredible. There's very few things I can ask for that they're not working with me in some way to make sure our community has. And we are recognized from the Federal Transit Administration as a transit agency. So that's exciting.
Yes.
So that's the
Yeah,
goal,
it's
and
a-
we'll just
it's a
keep
big
pushing
deal.
forward. One of the things, like, you know, we launched the park and ride on April 1st, but we're wanting to, we'll be doing like a formal ribbon cutting event. So on August 19th, it's a Monday, and you know, you all, this is a commuter service, so it is going to be
Yeah, I saw
early
the
in the
times here of
morning.
this ribbon cutting. I'm like, really?
I'll
Yeah.
have coffee and donuts. Don't worry.
Really? Okay.
So, and our point with that was just to kind of bring together all the entities that really help make this possible and commemorate it. Obviously, I would have loved to have thrown a fixed route block party like we had, but this is a little different service, so we're going to do it a little differently. So yeah, 6 to 7 a.m. At the Park and Ride lot, we are hosting a ribbon cutting ceremony to officially launch the Conroe commuter service. We'll have representatives from Metro there. Our funding for this service came from HGAC, Houston Galveston Area Council. We applied for pilot funding through them years ago and finally been able to utilize it with this program. And then obviously all of our supporters, mayor, council, various department heads.
They're all going to
here
be
with
out
the
there
city.
at 5:30?
Hopefully. We'll
I
have
can't
some
visualize
representation.
this. Okay.
Those entities will definitely be
Yeah.
represented.
Okay.
And later that day, we partnered with HGAC Commute Solutions. So Commute Solutions is a division of HGAC. They were formed in 1994, and their whole purpose is to assist communities into rethinking about how they get to work. Various resources to assist employees, employers with various communication needs. Transportation needs. So Commute Solutions partners with local government and businesses to organize public outreach events. And so that's what we're going to be hosting at the Chamber of Commerce, August 19th from 11 to 1. And for us, we just want to educate our community and city employees even, and employees of other employers locally here about commute alternative programs. You know, it's one thing that we have and we've initiated, and we need to grow our commuter service, but there are some other things like the Metro Star program that I don't think a lot of people know about that
What is
serve
that?
Montgomery County. So in a nutshell, but I'll leave it kind of dangling as a teaser, so come on out to the transportation fair. But there is some funding through HGAC, and they partner with Metro, I believe, Metro Star. So it's Metro's vehicles. They are buses, 7-passenger buses or so.
Minivans.
Minivans. And so you can carpool. You can organize it online, but they provide the vehicle.
That's a cool
the
thing.
maintenance, and there's several counties.
Y'all need to get that out.
Right.
There's several counties that it covers, and Montgomery County is one of them. And so,
So you can
and
have
I
business carpools.
Oh man,
you know.
there's so many benefits to that. And so in the type of work we do, we're always trying to identify the gaps.
Yeah.
And that is definitely one service that can bridge some of our gaps. So we hope to share more information like that. Also, I don't know if you all have heard, there's a Interstate 45 expansion in the future coming up, and so those of us in the transit industry try to get ahead of that and just kind of let everyone know, hey, if this impacts you somehow, here's some other alternatives for to be able to get around mobility needs. So that's what we're doing, and not to mention this is their 25th anniversary for Commute Solutions. So I think they're just really out in the public right now, and it happened to work out really well with us because we were doing the ribbon cutting for the commuter service.
Right.
So we're just making a day of it. So August 19th, if you wake up and the ribbon cutting is over, head on over to the Chamber of Commerce building around lunchtime, 11 to 1, and we can speak with you there and provide some really good information. You know, we really want our community to be involved with the shape of what transit looks like in our area. And this is where
And it's
it
progressing.
begins. Absolutely.
And it's
it
forming
really is.
through
Right.
community involvement.
It is.
So you need that input, and that's why they should also go on your website at conroeconnection.org and take the survey so you can see what their needs are before you
right.
determine what their needs are.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So, and all the routes are online, and the fares generally $1.50.
$1, yep. And
Yes.
most people qualify for our reduced fare of 50 cents. We also are on Google Transit.
We are.
So how would someone access that?
So all you have to do is just put in the address where you're going, and it'll tell you different options, you know, whether it's a fixed bus route, Uber, Lyft. If there was a train here, you could use a train. But yeah, you pop that into the Google search, and it'll let you know, based on your location, which route you can get on to
And
get
the
to your
time the
destination.
bus comes.
That is correct.
That's
Pretty
nice.
excited
Yes,
about that.
That's very
definitely.
cool.
Definitely. And Margie, you're going to have to check out our commuter service. So you let me know when you're ready, and I'll take you down to Houston. So
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
5:30 in the morning.
Hopefully I'll be walking first before I'm stranded out there. That's all I got. So do you work at all with Meals on Wheels ever or anything?
We do actually. So we solicit a grant. It's a 5310 grant for agencies that support.
Senior citizens and persons with disabilities.
And so they were awarded that grant a couple years. So we work with them. They are a subrecipient of FTA funds, so those monies go to help build their program and to provide more service to their customers there. And then they also provide demand response service for the Conroe Woodlands UZA. So some of the outlining areas, again, that's one of those fillers of a gaps. Yeah, we contract some service.
You
with them
partner with
also.
other organizations, and that's really important for people to see because that makes you very sustainable
Oh, we
as
have
well.
to. And the
So-
big dream, obviously, years ago, there was a pilot that went from Willis that fed into Conroe Connection. And it doesn't exist anymore. But I really see that as the dream is Willis feeding in, Montgomery feeding in.
East County really needs it.
Absolutely.
East
I know it
County
so
really
much. So
needs it. I mean, to
there's-
come in and get services because the services aren't there.
Right.
Okay, so the music is playing, so we have to wrap it up. Thank you, DeAndre and
Thank you.
Shawn.
Of course.
And August 19th, to be
Yes.
there at 5:30 in the morning or be there at 11, just saying, at this Conroe Chamber, Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber. I'm Margie Taylor, and this is from Lone Star Community Radio, downtown Conroe. We'll talk at y'all next Monday. Thank you.